Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed week. We are literally, today we're only going to be 100, and that's cool because it's been like between 110 and 115 for about a week. So been kind of nasty here in Northern California. So listen, I want to talk to you guys about two stories in the Bible that I absolutely love them, especially the second one. The second one is one of my favorite stories in the entire Bible. So the first one comes from Luke 18:35 to 36. And it came to pass that he came nigh unto Jericho. A certain blind man sat by the side begging, and hearing the multitude pass by, he asked what it meant. So in other words, this blind guy's probably sitting there on a rock wall or something. He's just sitting there, and he hears all these people coming, and then he hears them go by. They already passed him. He hears them go by, and then there were probably a couple of them walking right at the very end. And he said to them, he said, "Hey, what's going on? Who's all these people that just went by?" And they told him that Jesus of Nazareth had just passed by. This guy had obviously heard several things about Jesus. I mean, he probably heard that he had the ability to heal people. He may have even heard that he had already healed blind people. So all of a sudden, the minute he understood that that was Jesus that had already went by, he started screaming at the top of his lungs, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." And they which went before rebuked him that he would hold his peace. So in other words, after Jesus had gone by, the people surrounding him, probably the apostles and a few others, plus the ones that were right in front of him, they all started telling him, "Shut up. Shut up. No one wants to listen to you. Shut up." But he yelled that much more. He was not about to shut up. This guy had a need, and he thought maybe, just maybe, this Jesus could help him. And he kept screaming. He would not shut up. So Jesus stood there. He heard the guy back there screaming, and so Jesus stopped. And he commanded him to be brought to him. And when he was come near, he asked him, saying, "What wilt thou that I should do unto thee?" And he said, "Lord, that I may receive my sight." And Jesus said unto him, "Receive your sight. Thy faith has saved thee." And immediately he received his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise unto God. This guy had a need, and Jesus was his only hope, and he wasn't about to shut up. And because of that, he got healed. He got his vision. Now, the next one comes from Matthew 15:22. I love this story. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coasts, and cried unto him, saying, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David, my daughter is grievously vexed with a devil." But he answered not a word. So this woman, she also has heard about Jesus. She's heard about healings, miracles. So she finally gets to where she can get right up to him. And she's right there. And she says, "Lord, please help me. My daughter has a devil." And he completely ignores her. Looks the other way. He completely ignores her. Now most people at that point would just say, "Heck with it, turn around and walk away." Not her. He completely ignored her. And his disciples came to him and besought him, saying, "Send her away, for she is crying after us." And he answered and said, "I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." So this lady is obviously just crying and making a scene. And she's making such a big scene that the disciples asked the Lord, "Lord, send her away. She's just, I mean, look at this. She's getting tears all over the floor." And then Jesus tells her, "Look, I'm not sent to you. I'm sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." And what he's saying is, "I'm sorry, I can't help you. You're half-breed." And she was of the 10 northern tribes, a Samaritan. She was a half-breed. So Jesus said unto her, you're a half-breed. You're not good enough. Your blood's not pure. You're not getting anything from me. Sorry. No can do. But she didn't give up. Then she came and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, it's not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. So first he ignores her completely. Then he told her she wasn't good enough. She's a half-breed. And then he calls her a dog. You'd think by then this woman would have got up and walked away. All the disciples are ridiculing her for crying so much. And she said, truth, Lord. Everything you said about me is absolutely true. However, she had a need, and she wasn't about to give up. She wasn't going to leave if there was the slightest possibility that Jesus could help her daughter. They were going to have to pick her up and carry her out, because she wasn't leaving. And then she looked at Jesus and she said, yet the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. In other words, she's saying, Lord, I'll take a crumb. If I can have a crumb, I'll take a crumb. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Can you imagine Jesus looking her in the eye and saying that? Oh, great is your faith. I bet that put one great big smile on that woman's face. Then Jesus said, be it unto thee as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Guys, here's two stories that God Almighty, Jesus Christ, made darn sure made it into the Bible. Two stories that he absolutely wanted written down, and he made sure they were in there. A blind man that did not give up, even if people were screaming at him to shut up. And a woman whose daughter had a devil that they were laughing at her. The disciples were telling him, let's get rid of her. She's crying. God, she's bugging us. But she did not give up. The reason that God wanted those two stories in the Bible is because, people, we are to never, ever, ever give up. When we have a need, never, ever, ever give up. You have that pesky little repetitive sin that's been with you for decades. Decades. And you cannot get rid of it. I don't care if it's something like cigarettes, something you do, somewhere you go. Maybe you drink a little bit too much, like smoking a little weed on the side. That little repetitive sin that you just can't give up. You want to, you would give anything to get rid of that. If I was to hold up a little button and say, push this button and that sin will be gone forever, every one of you would come through that camera and push that button. That little repetitive sin that you can't get rid of. Never give up. Never give up. That addiction that will not go away, never give up. Never give up. That loved one, that friend, that relative that you know is never going to be saved. Never. They love their sinful life too much. You know they're never going to get saved. But yet you keep praying for them. Never give up. Never give up. Ever. Matthew 19:26. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men it is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. People, I got people I'm praying for that I've been praying for years, and I have seen no improvement in their lives whatsoever. But I am not going to give up. I will keep praying for them till the day the Lord takes me out of here. No matter what it is in your life, no matter what the odds, no matter how impossible it seems, never give up. Just keep crying out, Son of God, have mercy on me. Because you know what? God is a God who answers prayers. Anyway, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.